Okan. Today our group will explain about charting features, vocalic features, and consonantal features. Our group is from group 5, and then my name is Muhammad Okan Afrizal with name 123241124, and then I want to explain about the role of features in phonology. Phonology is distinctive features are the basic units that describe the properties of sounds like voice or voiceless, nasal, oral, high or low. And then features allow us to group sounds and explain sounds pattern in languages. For example, P, T, K are all mean voice. That is mean stops. This explains why they often behave the same way in rules. And then features help phonologists explain phonological rules, such as assimilation, one sound becoming more like a neighboring sound. And then the next is vocalic features height. This distinguishes high vowels from other vowels with the explained plus high sounds, produced by raising the tongue body above neutral position. And then for the example is I, E, U. Is mean high sounds, produced without raising the tongue body.
Hello, my name is Nofi Yanti and my cell number is 123241141, and I will explain about low features and back features. So the first one is low features. So low features are used to distinguish low vowel sound from other vowels based on how low the tongue is positioned. So first, there is a plus low. So when a sound is marked as plus low, the tongue body is lowered below its neutral position. For the example is in the word apple, egg, and ant. You can feel your mouth opening wider and your jaw dropping and your tongue getting quite low. And another example is the word on and father. This is also a low vowel, but it's produced at the back of the mouth. Next is minus low. So in contrast, minus low sounds are produced without lowering the tongue. So the tongue stays in a high or mid position. For the example is eat and ooze. Next, I will explain about back features. So back features describe vowel sounds based on the horizontal position of the tongue. So there are a plus back and minus back. So for plus back sounds, the tongue body is retracted from the neutral position, meaning it moves toward the back of the mouth or throat. So we can hear this in words like on and open or over. When saying these sounds, we can feel the tongue pulling backward. So the next is minus back. So minus back sounds are produced without this retraction. So the tongue stays in the front or central area of the mouth, like for the example in the word eat and in. So we can feel that our tongue feel closer to the teeth.
My name is Siska Andini Priyanti and my student number is 123241140. So I wanna explain about the next material is frown and round. So first is frown, and we have two types of frown. First is plus frown and the second one is minus frown. So plus frown vowels are produced when the tongue is pushed forward in the mouth. They usually sound clear and bright. For example, E sound E, E as in C, C, and E sound E, E as in sit, sit, and A sound A as in cat, 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 and A sound A as in bad, bad, bad. So the sound are usually bright and clear, right? So, minus front vowels are produced when the tongue is not pushed forward. So, this is the opposite with plus frown. Plus frown, the tongue is pushed forward, and the minus frown, the tongue is not pushed forward. So, in the minus frown, we have two types of minus frown, that is central vowels, and the second one is back vowels. So the first one is central vowels. So central vowels where the tongue stays in the middle, like a sound, as in about, and a sound, as in caught. So the second one is back vowels. Back vowels where the tongue is pulled back. So the central vowels, the tongue in the middle, and back vowels, the tongue pulled back, like oo sound, oo, as in food, and oo sound, oo, as in book, and aw sound, aw, as in coat, and sound, as in car. So next we move to round. We have two types of round, is plus round and minus round. First is plus round. Plus round vowels, the lips are rounded forward, like when you say oh. So the lips are rounded forward, right? Oh. And most back vowels in English are rounded. So, for example, oo sound, oo, food, and e, and oo, book, and ow sound, ow, as in go, and o sound, as in count. So we move to minus round. Minus round, the lips are not rounded. They stay flat and spread like when you smile. So plus rounded, the lips oo, o, and the minus round, the lips not rounded and they are stay flat and spread. So most front and central vowels in English are unrounded. For example, e, as in see, and a, as in cat, and as in caught, and as in bad, see, bad, cat. So when you say all of these vowels, all of these words, your lips is not rounded, like when you smile, right? See, bad, cat, right? So I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wardah Asmawatil Husna with my standard number is 123241133. Now I'm gonna tell you about the tense. So tense is a feature that indicates whether a vowel is produced with tense or relaxed sound muscles. There are two tense like plus tense and minus tense. So plus tense is sounds are produced with considerable muscular construction or tensing of the body of the tongue compared to its neutral state, resulting in longer and more peripheral sound. And then the minus tense is sounds are produced without the considerable muscular construction, resulting in shorter and more centralized sounds. In video theory, like I said before, there are two tense plus tense or called tense vowel, and then minus tense or called like relaxed vowel. And then there are characteristics of both. The first one is plus tense. The characteristics are the tongue muscle are more tense, and then the second one is the tongue position is more extreme, and then the next is the duration. The duration is longer, and then the last I think is more often appears in open syllable. And then the next characteristic is from minus tense. Is it there are the tongue muscles are more relaxed, and then the tongue position is more centered, and then shorter duration and more limit distribution, usually in closed syllable. So next is the example in English. So in tense, we can say e, and then the lax or middle tense we can say like e. So the example word of they is like beat and beat. The beat is using e and a, and then the beat is only using a, so like beat and beat. The next example is the past tense is like oo, and then the middle tense is like uh. So the example word is like food and food, food and food. And then the next example is like a and a, a and a. A is like plus tense and minus tense is like a. And then the example word is like beat and bed, beat and bed. So okay, now I'm gonna tell you about the ATR. So what is ATR mean? ATR is advanced tongue root. So ATR is a vocal feature that describes the position of the tongue root when producing vowels. So ATR is more about the position of the root of the tongue and vocal resonance, while the tense versus lax is more about the tongue muscle tension and vocal duration. It is mainly used in West African language such as Okan or Yoruba language that have vowel harmony phenomenon. And then there are two types of ATR, plus ATR and minus ATR. So the first one is plus ATR. Plus ATR is the sound root forward. So and then the characteristic of the plus ATR is the sound root is pushed forward, and then the pharyngeal cavity becomes larger, and then the result is vowels sound clearer or brighter. The example of Akan vowels is like e, and then a, and u. And then the next is minus ATR. Minus ATR is neutral or retracted tongue root. And then the characteristic of minus ATR is the tongue root is not pushed forward, and then the pharyngeal cavity becomes narrower, and then the result is the vowels sounds more close or pressed. And then the example vowels is like a, and And then the characteristic of entire ATR is the first one. ATR does not affect the vowel duration, unlike tense or lax. And then the second one is what is affected is vowel resonance or vowel sound quality. And then the next is very important in vowel harmony. In a word, all vowels must usually be the same. I think the example is like if it's plus ATR, yeah, all is plus ATR cannot be. There is one minus ATR. The simple conclusion, yes, about the ATR is a vowel feature that distinguishes the sounds based on the position of the tongue root, forward or not, and then plus ATR vowels sounds clearer because the throat space is wider, while the minus ATR sounds more close or narrow. I think that's all from me.
Hello, my name is Anjelita Fitria Riyanti with student number 123241134. And in this part, I will explain about the distinctive features of English consonants and the English vowel. These two tables help us describe speech sounds in a very precise and systematic way. Distinctive features are small labels that tell us about the important characteristic of a sound. A plus means the sound has the feature, and a minus means it does not have the feature. The system allows linguists to describe a sound without long sentences. Okay, for the first I will explain about distinctive features of English consonants. The first row is syllabic. Most consonants are syllabic because they cannot be the center of a syllable. However, nasals and liquids like and sometimes can become syllabic. For example, at button, at bottom. So they are marked minus, plus, and the meaning is usually not syllabic but can become syllabic in certain contexts. Now, why do salts and liquids have minus plus? It's because these sounds have two possibilities. They usually are not syllabic, that's the minus. But in some situations, they can become syllabic, that's the plus. So minus plus means normally not syllabic but can be syllabic when the environment allows. Have I said it before? Let's look at some examples. At noon is not syllabic. At button is syllabic. At mem is not syllabic. At rhythm is syllabic. At late is not syllabic. At butter is syllabic. These consonants become syllabic when the vowels before them disappears or becomes very big. Two accents affect this. A little bit, yes. Some accents use syllabic consonants more often, and some use them less often, like in American English and British English. But the main reason for minus plus is not the accent. It's because this consonant has the natural ability to act like a vowel in certain situations. So that's why nasals and liquids have minus plus in the syllabic row. They are normally not syllabic, but they can become syllabic when a vowel is not present. Number 2 is consonantal. Consonantal means the sound has a strong obstruction in the mouth, like stops, fricative, and nasals they are consonantal, while words like w and y are not consonantal. 3. Sonorant sound have smooth and flow. This includes nasals, liquids, and glades. 4. Voice sounds if the vocal folds vibrate, for example, b, and z are voice. Number 5. Anterior. Anterior sounds are produced at the front of the mouth, like p, and number 6 is coronal. Coronal sounds use the front of the tongue, such as t, d, and the speakers have identified where the sound is produced. Number 7 is continuant. Continuant means the air flow continues, like in fricative and liquids, and stops are not continuant because the air flow stops completely. Number 8 is nasal. Nasal is like air goes through the nose, and there are and o. Student sounds are noisy fricative, like. Number 10 is natural, is like air escapes around the sides of the tongue, and the example only 11. Delay release applies to the fricative, because they combine the stops and fricative. And the next is distinctive features of English vowels. Unlike consonants, all vowels are not consonantal because nothing bugs the air flow. All vowels are sonorant because air flows smoothly. Number 2 is all vowels are continuous, and since the air flow never stops during a vowel sound. Number 3, these features describe the tongue position. Back vowels push the tongue backward, the word like high vowels raise the tone high like E and U. Low vowels push the tone down like A and R. Mid vowels like and are neither high nor low. Round vowels use rounded lips such as U and O. Then vowels use more muscular tension and are usually longer, and for example is E and U. So in conclusion, these two tables allow us to describe English sound very precisely. Consonants use features related to abstraction and airflow, while vowels use features related to tone, position, and lip shape. And understanding these features help us to analyze patterns and explain how English sounds are produced. I think that's enough from me, from my part. Thank you.